Listen, sometimes I think I'm doing really well with cooking up an interesting, unique deck list, and then I'm reminded that you guys are way more creative a lot of the times, especially with this comment right here. Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about this combo, and like you said, I don't think anyone else has either. This is what a silly thing to try, and of course we're going to try it. And here is my attempt at it. Once again, I'm prefacing this in the very beginning, and it will throughout the video. I don't think that this is going to be a great list or a great, like, consistent game-winning strategy. However, it's funny, and that's what we like to do here a lot of the times. It's very unique, and again, like the comment said, this focuses on the Arc Maxim stage. Activate main. Once returned, you may rest this stage and one of your Enel. KO all of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. Of course, you're thinking you could just put this in the Enel leader. However, Enel is just mono yellow, so there's no cost reduction. Whereas with something like Kyros, and I think this might be one of the better picks in terms of black yellow like leaders, you can put things in like Kuzan, Isho, obviously, or other cost reduction like Brook, Suru, Laboon, Kuzan, all can help you get that down. But then it relies on you having that 7 cost Enel out and also having him never attack, essentially. There's a lot of setup here, and that's why I think, truthfully, if I wasn't doing, like, I want to do the challenge, so the Isho is staying at just like 2 copies, because I think we can do this and have some fun with it with just the 10 cost Kuzan, because legit, I think that if, like, 10 cost Kuzan is a piece to put in if you're going to make like a Kyros deck, maybe. And just a pretty good black card right now with how good purple is. You know, I just want this to work once. That's my goal. But let's go over the deck list, the pieces that I picked and why. We got Kyros, our black and yellow 4-life leader, 5k power. Active main. Once a return, you may turn the top card of your life face up, then KO a cost 0 character. It's not bad that we have some built-in removal, right? Because we are running things like 4 cost Laboon, 4 cost Kuzan, Brook, things that can all cost reduction pretty early on, mainly just Laboon, right? We can KO a 4 cost on our forward on turn. And we obviously want to go second as we can play out the 10 cost Kuzan on curve as fast as possible. And going second is just our best curve, I feel like, for this challenge specifically, right? But yeah, also because we're a 4-life leader and we have a lot of setup to do for this challenge, it is going to be quite difficult. So that's why we're running 12 2Ks, a good amount of blockers, and also why I liked Kyros, because he had that at least a little bit of built-in removal early game. So we got Suru, just a nice 2K counter that reduces cost by 2. Obviously, it'll help with what we're doing. Brook, nice early game removal, can get a -1 when attacking, and can be brought back with Rebecca. We got Bartolomeo, specifically one of our 2K counters. He's a blocker. Again, 4-life leader, we're very fragile. And specifically for the Rebecca combo, like, Bardo is very strong with Rebecca because you can counter out or block with him one turn, then following turn get him back to hand with Rebecca from trash, and then play him back out that same turn, establishing another blocker. He will come out rested. However, if your opponent doesn't swing into him or get rid of him that turn, then he just stands back up. Or if they do swing into him, it's kind of like they blocked out anyway. We got Laboon for some good cost reduction, -4 cost to one of your opponent's characters by resting the card. Again, you can do that the same turn he's played, so that's why he works really well with Kyros. And that on 4-9, you can KO a 4-cost character with his leader ability. 2 Kuzan, just for his draw power. I wanted a decent amount of draw power, that's why I've got some Sabo in here too. And also, he'll help us with our leader ability and also just KOing things in general, because he has that when attacking, one of your opponent's characters gets -4 to their cost. Then we got Rebecca, 4-cost blocker, 1k counter, 0 power, on play. Return one of your black characters other than Rebecca from your trash with a cost of 3 to 7, and then you can play out one of them with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. So again, that's the way I said we can play out Bartolomeo or Brook. They come out rested, but still nice to get some value. We need blockers, I think, for this challenge. We got Sabo, mainly for just card draw and cycle. You could put in like a Sky Island Searcher for this, right? but we have so many other pieces that are also important that aren't searchable from that, right? We can't even put in a Navy searcher because you can't find like Kuzan off of like a brand new searcher because he's former Navy, right? So I just wanted a lot of card draw, and then again having a nice 6K power blocker 5 cost is not bad. Got Isho, one of our starting pieces for the combo. He's an 8 cost 9K power. Don times 1, all of your opponent's characters get -3 to their cost, and then on play, if your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, they have to trash 2 cards, which is pretty good. Then we got the 10 cost Kuzan, one of the main pieces for performing this, right? The goal is to have both of these on board, because if you're minusing 3 and then minusing 5, then you can KO everything with Arc Maxim. Realistically, I probably should put in more Isho, but I don't know. I think like just take out the Kuzan for it, but like I like the idea of the card draw early. We'll test it out, see how we go, right? Because theoretically, unless your opponent's got a really wide board like green purple Luffy that's also pretty high cost, you can get away with it, but even then that's a lot of 7 costs. Like it's very unlikely your opponent's going to have a lot of 8 and higher cost characters, right? And then we also have Suru as a backup, Laboon as a backup, you know, but Kuzan makes all of your opponent's characters -5 cost, then on play KO's a 0 cost character. We got Viola, nice 2-don early blocker that also helps with her leader ability, as she can on play either flip the top card of your life face down or look at all of your opponent's life and rearrange them in any order. Honestly, I can see myself just playing this out on 2-don if I don't have Arc Maximum to play out, just to stay alive. Then we got Zeus, our last 2K counter, but very good as he can help us a lot with our leader ability, right? The cost of using our leader ability is having a life card to flip face up. So if our top life is face up, obviously Zeus can take that life to hand and then KO a 5 cost at the same time. Really good removal. And then we got the Enel. This is just, there's 2 Enel in the game. It's this and the 10 cost character. And I figure if like the curve would go like on our 7 to 8 don turn, just play out Enel, then the following turn play out Kuzan, right? So the 10 cost Enel obviously would be a nice backup, just more Enel to have, but it would make the deck even slower. Again, we can't attack with this guy at all, and then he does have that built-in protection from removal, right? Then we got some 0 cost events just to stay alive. We have some bricks in the deck. Honestly, for the meme, for the challenge, right? We're gonna put in just 2 0 cost events, because we do run a lot of blockers, a lot of 2Ks, and a decent amount of counter, but just a couple of 0 cost events I think is fine to bump that up to 3. Then we have the Arc Maximum we went over, right? So that is the list. This might be the funniest thing we can play it off, but I feel like there's a lot of setup involved. So it's gonna be pretty hard to do, I think, especially consistency. And that's what I think, even though this is a funny and like theoretically a pretty good combo, right? Every turn being able to KO your opponent's entire board, right? It's kind of crazy. By just resting a character in a stage. You're not playing out anything additionally after you have it set up, you know? So you can just like use all of your Don to swing or play out blockers. But yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. Let's get into some games. And again, let me know any of your crazy ideas down in the comments. I love trying these out. They are so fun. And I feel like that's what the card game's about at the end of the day, just having fun, playing wacky stuff. Of course, competitive play is also very fun and winning and all that jazz, but I don't know. I like doing stupid stuff every now and then again. We got Bonnie. We're going second. Think we can probably keep this. We've got like a decent, right? Oh my god, yes. Okay. Yay. Okay, so on 4 Don we can play a Laboon, KO whatever they played out, which I don't know. On 3 Don they're probably just gonna search, so maybe we play a Brook. Yeah, that's just gonna be a big swing at me. If I had a 2K counter, I'd counter out. Boom. Yeah, they're just gonna. Yep. Okay, we'll go 5 at life. Just play out Laboon. We actually have our entire setup. So actually, I think next turn we'll probably have to Play out Brook to get rid of any 5 costs they play out. Yeah, like Cavendish. So I might have to take this, which sucks. Yeah. Okay, another Brook. We need some 2Ks. We got a 2K. Lovely. Love that. All right, let's go. You. If I had like any 2K, I could have countered out there and played out Rebecca, which would have been a nice establish. I guess we can just swing Bigot Life. And then play out Brook. And then pass. At least now Laboon is kind of like a blocker in a way. 5 at him. We'll go 1. 7 Don. Ooh, okay. Yeah, okay, here. Sorry, this is stupid, right? This is stupid. Okay, because now he's in danger. He's in danger. We got him! Woo! I could have swung 5. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. Pass. Woo! We got him! I love stupid combos. They make me so happy. Because, like, at the end of the day, we're probably still gonna lose. But it makes me so happy to do stupid things. Because I just, like, I don't know. When your opponent's just probably sitting there like, what the heck is this? You know, it's fun. They don't know what's coming. They don't know what's coming. This board? Say goodbye. Okay, so they're gonna swing 5. They trash a Hody. Honestly, do I even need the Brook? No. Okay. Let's go here and KO you, and then rest you, and there's the board. 5 in life. It's so stupid. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Oh my goodness. Oh. There goes, yeah, Laboon, but that's fine. Because next turn we can Isha and then rip cards out their hand, while also meaning we can get rid of anything. 5? Oh, they're gonna play a 10 drop? I don't like that. Let's go 1. We'll see if he just swings into it more. I don't know. That would put a damper on my... Actually, I could get rid of a 10 drop with Isho and Suru. Shanks. Oh, thank goodness. Dude, okay, that's even crazier. I could play a second one. All right, but we're going to Isho, rips a kid and a 2K. We're going to go here. Maxim, rest you. Get rid of... Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Let's go. 10 at life. It's so good. It's not. It's not. I really, again, I can't underestimate how, like, lucky the stars aligned for us here. And we still might lose. But, like, it's kind of crazy that we got all of our pieces out. Cavendish. There's just, like, you got to put out a Shigi. But even then, I have KO for a Tashigi. I can just use my leader ability. 5, let's go here. So I can just use my leader ability, KO you, and then just do this. Get rid of everything. That is insane. Let's go 10 in life. Honestly, I think we'd win here, right? I could play out a Rebecca, but we can just go 15. GG. My goodness, it happened. GG. That was, I think, one of the most fun times I've had comboing with a stupid thing I've ever seen. Oh, we got Black Yellow Luffy. I think we're actually cooked. I think we're actually cooked because I can't get rid of anything with that Sabo. So maybe this is our counter. I needed this to humble me. We're going first. Let's mulligan to get a more, okay, diverse hand. Had a couple of Isho. Maybe they underestimate me. Maybe they underestimate me. Garp. See what he picks up. We might have a chance if I just starve him out, right? If I never swing at him. Luffy. Another Garp. Okay. The Luffy. Okay. And Laboon's not bad, so I'll just go here, pop the Garp and pass. Alright. Any 4 costs he plays out if he does, like a Kuzan. I don't know if the deck runs Kuzan still. Any Black Yellow Luffy players hype about the new 5-drop 8s coming out? Looks pretty good. We'll see. Although we do have a decent hand for like just general stuff we'd want to do with our leader building and such. Overall, we don't have any of our pieces, right? So this is exactly the downfall. We might have to Sabo on curve next turn actually, which sucks. Just to draw into more of our pieces. And we'll see if he has a play. Okay, so we're going to Sabo next turn, so that just solidified that. Let's get rid of the Garp. Don't know. Let's go here, draw. Get rid of Kuzan and maybe one of the Viola. Sure. So we don't have Arc Maxim or Anel. Hopefully, again, we draw into those. What I'm again really worried about is the his 5-cost Sabo. However, if he ever misses a turn of it, you know, we can just get rid of it. We'll see. We'll see. A big swing. Okay, at Brook, that's fine. 2 Dawn for Viola. Okay, that's my card. It's supposed to be my card. See if he got any of his... No, he's looking at my life? Or is he... Yeah, right? Because you can't look at your own life, no? Yeah, your opponent's life. Oh, he rearranged mine. Okay. I think we can just play out you. I honestly just want to pick back up the Kuzan so I can play him out the next turn. To draw, maybe. That's like my thing. We'll play out a blocker. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think we might just pass here. Yeah. Again. Forcing him to use any of his own abilities to use his leader ability. I probably should have picked up the Brook, but honestly, at this point, we don't have any of our pieces, so the card draw of Kuzan can help us a bit. If we get a Sabo next turn, that'd be good too. That'd be 3 card draw. He goes 5 there, we just block out 6, right? And then we'll have 3 blockers, so we'll be pretty healthy. Isho, that's my card. I wanted it. Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay. What do I trash? You and you? Okay. When do I hit him? Never. We still need Arc Maxim. I guess we can just use Kuzan and Kuzan to get rid of things. And then if we ever draw Arc Maxim, we can play it out because it's you know, just 1 Dawn, right? Awkward, because he can't KO any of my board, but he ripped. What did he even rip? Oh, he ripped the Sewer and the Laboon. Yeah. We'll see. But he does have a really big hand. But yeah, next time we can just get rid of you. As long as he doesn't, you know. See what he picks up all of that. Picks up the 5-cost Sabo to KO, but he can't KO, but he could take a life with that. Right, he's still at 4 life, so very healthy. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to, like, if I get the Arc Maxim next turn, I still have to play out the Kuzan first. Which I think is fine, because then maybe I can KO 2 things. Like a 5-cost, and then also possibly 3 if he plays out 2 5-costs. Ah, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. So he trashes that Sabo actually, and the Luffy. Let's block. Okay, okay. So we'll probably just play out Kuzan and that's it, honestly. Yeah, right? That feels rough, but we still just need our Arc Maxim. And we'll pass. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. I think we can have a good chance if we go long game with this, right? We just need to hard draw into our Maxim. Even then, we still have decent KO potential next turn by getting rid of a 5-drop. Or no, we can get rid of anything, right, with like leader ability, technically. Please, I just want my Maxim, please. It's unfortunate, but we might have to take a few hits to life if he does. Maybe I do want some searchers, I don't know. Or maybe we just keep hard mulliganing for our pieces. He gets the buff Luffy, so he goes down to 3 life. Okay. He still can't use the Egghead Luffy to remove Rebecca unless he goes down 1 life, which he can't right now. So he picks up a Sabo. He can't play it out unless he has something to swap life. I don't know. I don't know. The best thing that could possibly happen to me. Arc Maxim. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my god, yes. Okay, let's go here. Reduce that. Oh my god, yes. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, we're gonna have to get rid of a Sabo blocker though. That kind of sucks. Oh, okay. Play out you. Yes! Yes, baby! Alright, we're gonna pass. Oh my god. The payoff. It all is worth it. It is all worth it. Wow. I mean, yeah. What else do you say? That is insane. That is insane. Juicy. Great. It is very, very, very inconsistent though. Very inconsistent though. Very funny though. Very funny. It is horribly inconsistent though. I say if we find an Isho, that'd be so good. So we'll block out with Rebecca next one. Yeah, the thing is like such a great combo, right? Ooh, full board wipe. But man, I can just imagine even going to locals for like one of my silly locals videos, just going 0-4 because I don't find the pieces, you feel me? But that is, and there goes our blocker. Ah, the Sabo. Fair enough. Yeah, there goes the happiness. Like the one leader that would use this card, right? And then if he comes back in the meta, we're even more cooked. Realistically, there's nothing I can truly do besides just try and I don't know, just hit him a bunch. Let's go 7. I'm about to go 5 with Rebecca, actually. About to go 5 with Rebecca. Because she's just going to get popped anyway. Actually, I'm going to go 7. Because I actually don't... Well, no. Either way, no. Because then Kuzan gets popped. Then Kuzan gets popped. But he's not going to expect it. So I'm going to go 7 here first. Yeah. We'll go 7 here first. We might just have game, truthfully, with, like, our actual bodies. I shouldn't probably swing with Rebecca. Oh, interesting. Then let's go... Just 10. See if you take that. Could counter out that. Okay, and then let's just go big swing here. Minus that. Does he have the counter for 13 and then it's 6? GG. Wow. I mean, we got it. We got it even against the Sabo blocker. That was fun. We got green yellow law. We get to go. I don't know if I can handle this hand. Okay. I'm just going to block her to sort his life. What's he got? Okay, I'm going to put his actual good card towards the bottom and just pass. Okay. Okay. Does he swing there? Then that's like it blocked anyway, right? Poke 6. Play out Barto blocker. Because I'm just trying to not get rushed down. Pass. If we get any kind of good cost reduction too on 6 Don, like Laboon, we can pop any 5 cost he plays. Like a Cavendish, that'd be pretty juicy. Or that. 5 at us will take. Another Suru. Sabo blocker actually might be a good bet. Go here. Get rid of Brooke because we can get Brooke off of Suru. Or not, off of Rebecca. And then we can't get back you off of that. So actually, we'll keep in a Suru. Actually, I think, I don't know, Suru, sure. And we'll go here. Whoop. Wait, did I? Yeah, attack, yes. Boom. I could have swung. Yeah, okay. So debatably, I should have gotten rid of the Beji first by doing Suru just leader building. Leader ability. Using leader building. Right? 7 Don. Next turn, we can just get rid of him anyway. Hody. Interesting. Scary. 6 at us. We'll go 2. 7 at us. We'll take Arc Maxim. Not bad. 8 at us. We'll take and die next turn. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out on my own terms. And by my own terms, I mean get rid of the attack. Hopefully he doesn't have another Hody. Then we'll pass. If I'm gonna die doing my meme. He just has a second Hody. We'll just pack it up, go next, right? But if we survive, then actually we can clear his whole board, right? Because if he plays out protection, we KO it with Kuzan, then leader ability, and then follow up by Arc Maxim, right? It's good that it's activate main, right? And we do have a little bit of counter now. Luffy. Okay, yeah, that was a scary turn. But that's also why I put in a lot of blockers against like aggro stuff like this. Because it helps us stabilize. Okay, what do we have in our trash that I can bring back? Only a Brook. But if I block out here, then a following turn I can bring him back and play him back out. But next turn, even if we lose. Honestly, I hope we lose. Because I don't want this to... There's just no way that this is like actually good. Oh. Are we gonna die here and now? 2 blockers. He'd have like 4 swings. We have a decent chunk of counter. If we don't get it, then we just have to kind of go for game, right? Because it looks like he's gonna go for game. And we might have a chance. We know that he had a 2K. And a 1K. Well, he searched with the 1K. We don't know if he had another searcher because this was his life. His life was the other Veggie 2k counter. And then he has the 5-cost law blocker. Oh, he gets rid of that. Okay, so he is just going for game though. But then how does he use the leader ability to cheat out that 5-cost restand law? Unless he's just going to try to split here. He does have a decent split, right? Like he's going to have 8 Dawn after he swings with Cavendish. We just have to get out of 2 unless he can get rid of the blocker, which he very much can. Yeah, but then he has even less Dawn to work with, but then we have to rely on our counter. Well, we got to use the Arc Maxim. It literally just got rid of what it was intended for by we can go 2-1. And then hopefully this is a 2k counter. He has 8 and 9. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, no, actually, that is probably the worst for us because we just literally needed 1k. Oh, that was a 0-cost 7 in clutch. That would have been clutch. All right, GG. Unfortunate. Okay, we got Shanks. Let's see. I've been trying to find up Luffy, but not any success. We're going second. Let's just keep in the hopes that we find stage turn 1 or off of this Kuzan here, right? That gives us a second try. He gets Divine Departure. Okie dokie, nothing here, so we'll pass. Unfortunately, if he goes, like, we can't counter out with Suru and get her back. That's also why Bardo's so good, because you can't bring back Suru from trash. It's only 3-7. You can play out Suru off of Rebecca, but you can't get her back. So let's see. What does he do with 3 Dawn? Hongo? Or just 8k? 6k? We'll probably still use Suru, truthfully. 7k? Okay, we'll probably just take that. There's our stage. Okay. So let's go 5 at your face. And then we'll play out Kuzan, draw a card. We got a 2k, nice. Okay. So we don't have Kuzan, but Isho is a good backup, right? Next turn we can stage Sabo to protect board, because actually Kuzan will help us on a following turn to use Maxim and this, right? We can get rid of a 6-cost. It's not bad, I guess. K with 6 costs with that. Do have to keep in mind that he has Divine Departure for next turn, so then the good part is we can choose to trash a life to save a Nell, so that's also why I want to stay healthy, right? Unless he has Luffy on the board, which he could play out this turn, technically, but then we can KO it. Things are just getting rough when he's just hitting my face really hard and scaring me. Let's swing. Let's play out Sabo first. Let's trash 1 of the stage and then 1 of you, and let's go 5 of life. Let's see if you use the lead ability or not. Okay, and then we'll play out stage and then pass. Okay. He is just hurting me. That is, I can't KO anything if he just hits my face a bunch. That, you know, he got me on that one. Promo Shanks, right? That is from like the Treasure Cup things and promos and stuff. Okay, so I can get rid of you. Let's go here, -4. He doesn't even know. Chat, he doesn't even know. Go here. Rest of you. Get rid of you. Ha 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 ha. Let's go 6 of life. Ha ha. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then next turn we can get rid of probably whatever 9 cost he plays out. Or 8 cost. Actually, no. If he plays out 8 cost. Yeah, we can get rid. Well, no, we can't. No, we can't. No. We'll see. We'll see. What does he have? It's like he didn't even have to counter out because it was just leader abilitying the first few turns anyway. Ben Beckman. That's actually good for us. We can save everything else. We don't even need to save the Kuzan, technically. I think I'll... he's leaving a Dawn open for Divine Departure. So, I guess I can save. But I might need the counter later. Because I don't really need it. Because I can 10 Kuzan next turn. Yeah. So I'd rather, I guess, keep counter in hand in case of getting rushed down later. Right? But now he might think that I don't have counter. Well, now I, you know. Take that. Take that. Haha. Right, because I might need to trash a life to save the Enel from, like, the Divine Departure hit. Which will... Having more counter in hand, obviously, will help me survive if I have to do that. I can also just Isho rip cards out. I think that's the better play than play on a second Kuzan. Right? Get cards out of his hand. Unless he does another... I'm not going to say nothing. In case it happens. In case it happens. We'll see. We'll see. What's his options? Oh, he's power reduction. If he doesn't have any other swings, I can use the Enel effect, right? Just by remove from the field, right? So, oh, he's going after the Kuzan. That's good because we have a backup in hand. Again, I do want to just use... It depends on what he plays out. If he plays out something I can get rid of with the Isho and possibly like Suru. I don't want to use the Suru. Don't want to use the Suru. I want to use that for counter. Right? Oh, this guy. Why did he reduce the power? Why did he reduce the power? Did he mean to click this one and swing into it? Probably. Ah, okay. So what is that going to be? Is he going to leave one up for departure? We're going to go 2 and 1. We can't rip any cards out of hand anyway. Should I just do another Kuzan? Probably. Because then that kind of sets me to remove everything every single turn, right? We can just do... We don't even need to rest him. That is crazy. Let's go 5 alive. Oh wait, he's a 7k. I forgot. We'll just pass, I guess. No, I'll hit him. I'll hit him. Because I do have some counter to defend, but then again, if he just commits a lot of Dawn to swing here, we still have a second one and an Isho. But it looks like he's countering out. We got the Divine Departure out of his hand. But then because he used so many resources, Isho is not going to do anything for us. I probably would have just taken that first life. I don't know. He's still at 5 life. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. I don't think I need to give up any resources for this. Because you're a 5 cost. We just Isho'd next turn. Right? Otherwise, I'd be dumping like my whole hand. Let's just counter out one with Brook. Yep. So let's go Isho. Put a Dawn on you. Rest you. KO everything. Ha ha ha. Go 7 to life. We do have to kill him eventually. He counter... so... Do I get him down to 3 life? I have a decent amount of counter. I do need to hit him, right? He's still very healthy. Oh, he draws a card. Okay. So maybe I should have hit him first. Because then he... Well, no. I don't know. I don't know, man. No, you got the 6 from the draw from turn, so you had 5, so you wouldn't have been able to get hit with this. So, you know, Bardo. So the best thing we bring back with Rebecca is just Brooke. Or no, we can bring back Sabo. Actually, that's not bad. Yeah, we can Rebecca Sabo. That's kind of like the perfect bit. Okay. We do have to defend this. So we go 11, 12, 13. Yeah. But luckily, he can't do anything else. He'll just hit us down to 1 life. That's fine. But then, like I said, next turn, we'll establish 2 blockers. So we'll go Don here. Rest you, KO that. That is crazy. We'll pick back up the Sabo. Play out the Sabo. Trash, trash. Got more counter in our hand. Now we have 2 blockers, so we can just swing with our big guys. Actually, I should have swung with leader first. I kind of forgot that I didn't do that. And now everything's KO immune, so we can't even use a Divine Departure. That is crazy to just hit and activate main and get rid of a 10 drop every turn, though. That is crazy. Again, I'm not saying that this is like a solid and consistent strategy, right? We've already seen where things kind of fall apart unless you find your pieces you need. Would it be worth it to put in the 2-cost EBO2 event to search anything 4 or higher? Because then you find all 3 of your main pieces being like these 3 guys, but you just don't find the stage because the 1 cost. So it's still like, and there's a brick. So then you just don't, yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think that'd be worth it, right? We got 3 in hand, 2 blockers, KO immune. I feel like we're in a very good position. He's got a lot of cards in hand, but he's given up 2 10 drops. Not given up, but, you know, lost 2 10 drops. And then he's gotten rid of 1 Divine Departure. He might have a second, because I think 1 turn he left up 2 Dawn. Okay, he just becomes a 7k. Does he play out the, what is it? Blocker Uta? Or any other blocker, maybe? A lot in hand. And a 7k. Okay, here we go. We'll just block. And we got another Enel, so we can even rush at him. Let's go here. Rest you, KO. And then we'll go 10. He takes. I think we're safe to stack all and go 19. Has to get up an 18. We still have a blocker and 1 life, so, and a decent counter actually. 2 1Ks and a 0 cost. It's not bad. But yeah, even though we did it, it was still like a downside to this that you kind of saw, right? To get rid of a 10 cost, we have to have a 7 cost on our board, a 10 cost on our board, and then still another big body on our board to do that. GG. So very much not, I don't think, able to be replicated. Like very inconsistent, like I said, but very fun. But those are some games. Truly like one of the funniest things, I think. And like, it's amazing that it on paper, you know, if you go into a long game, this is like not a bad idea, or not a bad like it's not unwinnable, right? If you're playing against aggro, rush, right? Like, is red Zoro or even green Zoro coming up? Are they going to let you get to 2 10 Dawn turns and also not just get rid of this? You know, power reduction hurts. So against red Zoro specifically, if they get that EBO 1 blocker chopper, that's where I guess Kyros' leader ability can come into play with some other removal right early on. However, you know, like, what are you going to do against Bello Betty, right? Probably, that's again why I put in a lot of blockers, but still unlikely. So yeah, I don't know. Very fun though. Very fun. I gotta say, in terms of like a meme build, definitely one of the more fun ones that I played recently. And again, shout out to the commenter for suggesting this. Let me know you guys' crazy ideas down in the comments. And if you ever do take this to locals, again, not recommending it, right? Just to, before somebody goes 0-4 at locals and, you know, with this. If you do take it to locals, though, let me know how it does. Because I think this is very funny. Very funny. Just to rest stage and a character and then just KO everything. It can be intimidating. Like, if you allow this combo to get onto the board, yeah, you're in for a bad time. But once you see this come down in the Enel, like, you should, you know, think, okay, I've got to finish it off. I've got to get rid of this Enel somehow, or, right? Or just finish him off. We're still a 4-life leader, so kind of fragile in that way. But yeah, I don't know. Very funny. Very enjoyable, I think. I think when it works, but we're lacking that consistency. I try to put in the card draw to help us. I don't know, like I said, maybe like the EBO2 searcher event, but it's a brick. Maybe you could just replace Kuzan with that, but then Kuzan helps you with your lead ability and also the KO stuff. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Anything you do to actually like improve upon this, that'd be cool. Maybe we'll revisit this. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.